Hey everyone, it has been a while since I did a vlog update, so I thought I would go ahead and try to get this done today while Clara is having a nap and my others are occupied. It is school holidays at the moment here in Australia, so trying to keep them all entertained is challenging, but today we're just all hanging out at home. So anyways, I have mentioned in my other videos that this year in 2018 there are quite a few changes for our family. So I just wanted to get that out there and perhaps reach out to anybody else that might have gone through something similar or maybe has some advice for me on how to deal with it. The first thing is, as you know, I may have mentioned my husband was US Navy. He was an officer. And when he retired and we stayed over here, he continued in the US Reserves, mainly to keep contacts up for his regular job here in Australia, as well as being able to get his retirement that he's very entitled to, because he was in for 15 years active duty before he separated and became reservist. So we have been doing the reserve thing for about 2 years now since he retired, and he has traveled a lot. We have been separated on occasion, which is I'm used to. Being a Navy wife of 9 years, I was used to that. So and plus I had my family here. We found out about a month or so ago that he has been reactivated for a mobilisation. We did find out what position he's going in. I can't discuss it. It's quite confidential, but it is important, and now he knows what the job is. He's a little bit more okay with being selected. The mobilisation is for a year, and it is non-accompanied, so I have to stay here in Australia. And it's in the Middle East for 13 months. So it has been quite an adjustment for both he and I to kind of deal with the fact that he will be leaving for a whole year. I have gone through several 7-month deployments back to back before, but being 7 months, he would come back, especially the ones that were back to back, he would come back for 2 or 3 months and then he would leave again for 7 months. He actually did that while I was pregnant with my sons, Jaden and Daniel, who were 13 months apart. He left for basically the whole pregnancy and came back for the birth twice. So I have been on my own in the US. I was very much on my own over there. And if it wasn't for my oldest son, I don't know how, even he was only 5 at the time, I would have been a total mess. So we know now for sure that he's definitely going. We're both dealing with it in our own ways. We both kind of want it just to start and be over with, because it's like one of those things you just want it done. It's a big thing. It's a big thing for me to be on my own, all on my own for a year. Especially with my mum having passed away. I mean, my dad's still here, but it's dad, like mums are different, especially my mum. She was, being an only child, she was like my best friend. So to be on my own like that is going to be challenging. It's going to be lonely. Of course, I've got 5 children, so I'm going to be very busy with them. But when they all go to bed and I'm on my own, that's when you feel it. So any Navy military wives out there will know what I'm going through, because as I said, I've done it before, and it was hard. But this time being a year, and plus my husband and I are a lot closer than we were. We went through a lot of issues when I lost my daughter. I went through a lot of marital stuff, and we had to kind of come back to each other, and we finally come back to each other really strongly, and he's leaving. So it's harder almost than it was for the deployments. So that is the big thing that is happening this year into next year, I guess. And because of that, and because we thought maybe he should just try to stay in the military, like active duty, when he's done, because that would mean he would get his retirement earlier and things like that. We decided to start our daughter in school here a year earlier than we had planned. So Anastasia is starting kindergarten this year, so I had to rush and get all that done, enroll her, get her uniform, had to adjust it because when she tried on her little uniform dress, it was down to her ankles. That's how tiny she is. Even though she's turning 5, she's a very petite. You've seen pictures of her. She's a very petite little girl. So that's a big thing, and she'll be fine. She's the right age for it. We were just going to keep her back a year. So yeah, so she goes off to school, and the boys will be at school, and I'll just have Clara during the day. I mean, the big thing is that we don't really know what's going to happen after this mobilization. He could come back here and try to get another contract because he's a contractor. He's going to have to cease the one he's doing now and try to get one when he comes back, but that can be challenging, and we don't want to be. We've done the whole of being months without pay before, and it sucked really badly, so we don't want to do that. So that's something that he's going to have to try to work out, whether he wants to come back here and do another contract job, stay in Australia, or if we'll stay in the military, the active duty, and possibly move back to the US. And that's why we started my daughter in primary school, because of the school year differences between Australia and America. America starts in August, Australia starts in January. So in order for Anastasia to be in the right year, if we went back to the US, she would have had to start this year, which is why we did that. So I hate being in limbo. And with the military, as every other military wife would know, you're in limbo a lot. You go to one station or one billet for 2 to 3 years, and then you don't really know where you're going until about 6 months out, if you're lucky, before you finish that current billet to go to the next one. So it was okay when we only had 1 or 2 or 3 kids, but with 5 kids, uprooting them and moving back to the US would be a huge thing, but then we'd have the retirement early. Or staying here would be fine too, and he would have to get another job and would have to continue here. So I don't know what's happening. and that's what's gotten me down a bit lately, because I like to have a plan. I don't like to be without one, and at the moment the only plan there is that he's leaving and I'm staying. And because we don't know where we're going to be, I was going to actually try to start my own business, but I can't now because I don't want to go through all the costs and all the setup of starting a business here, and then, oh, well, we're going to go back to the US for 3-5 years or whatever it is. So now I'm pretty much, well, what do I do? For a career-wise, like I could go back to school and get a master's degree, because I do have a bachelor's in psychology, but what do I do with that? Do I spend all this money on a degree that I can't use in the US? Do I get a certification that I can't? So it's very much, I'm just kind of stuck for a year. I'm going to be in limbo for a whole year. So I thought I would focus a little bit on this whole YouTube thing. So one of my things I want to do in this video is get some suggestions from you guys out there, what you would like me to do. Would you like me to do some more vlogs? I was thinking maybe I could do a vlog kind of showing how I deal with being a wife of a reservist on a mobilization, because I know there's a lot of people out there who are in the same situation I am, and they might like to see how I deal with it with my 5 kids, how my children come together, what the communication is like for my husband, how we deal with it emotionally as a couple, as a family. So if that's something that you would like to do, I'm willing to put that out there, of course on a kind of limited capacity, because I don't want to share everything with the cyber world, but I just wanted to get y'all's opinion about what you would like to see me do for that year that my husband's gone. Should I do more scheduled uploads? Right now I'm just kind of doing whenever I feel like doing a video, I do one. And I've got some reviews and stuff that I like to do on prams and baby products and products that I use. It's just very difficult. I don't have it set up yet. So that could be something I focus on too. So what do you guys think would be a productive thing for me to do to keep myself busy? Do you have any suggestions for hobbies that I could do? I mean, I'd love to go to the gym more. I'm trying to kind of lose weight and get back to my dancer shape that I used to be. Not that I think that'll ever happen, but it's a goal, right? Potty training maybe this year, but that's, I don't know, with kids you just have to let them tell you when they're ready, and some of mine have been really quick and some of mine have taken forever. Like boys take forever. So And Clara has no interest whatsoever at the moment to do potty training, so I'm not going to fight her because she is the most stubborn child ever. So I think I'll just wait till she tells me or she indicates she wants to do it, because I've asked and she goes, so she puts her hands like this. So she's cute, but I'm kind of like, oh, could you please just want to go potty training? Anyway. So what do you, any military wives out there, what do you do to keep yourselves entertained when you're practically by yourself? I've got a couple of good friends here. I've got a lot of online friends that I met through Jujubee and Lily Jade, chat pages and stuff, that lovely, lovely ladies. But, you know, that's cyber friends, which are great, but I think I need some adult conversation too. So let me know what you think. So that is my situation for this year. Those are the two major things: my husband going on the reserves mobilization and my daughter going to primary school. Leave some comments below. Let me know what you think. Give any suggestions, anything you'd like to see on my channel. If you're a fan, or if you're a subscriber and you'd like to see some different stuff for me to do, give me some suggestions, because at the moment I'm kind of blah because of stuff going on. I need to hype up my mind a little bit. I hope you guys have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.